Everybody, thank you very much for joining me. And online, woohoo! We've got the legend, TulsaPllTbFndr, all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, USA. You know it. Tulsa, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me, David. This is awesome.
Just a very quick look at the statistics on your channel. You've got 2 as of today, which is six. Well, no. Oh dear, is it 6 or 7 February?
About 4:30.
Yeah, well, over here I'm a day ahead already. So at the moment it's 7 February 2014. You've got 286 subscribers, a massive 6,624 views, and you've been at this metal detecting thing for at least 3 years, and an active YouTube channel for at least 2 and a bit years. What made you decide to upload your videos to YouTube?
Before I started metal detecting, I had been watching guys' videos like Treasure Fiend. He was the first guy I ever watched, and I loved the idea of combining metal detecting with documenting all your finds and sharing it with everybody on YouTube and around the world. I love the idea the two go hand in hand. They work really well together. It adds to the hobby, and I wanted to be a part of that, so I started my channel.
Perfect, man.
Thank you, man. That's flattering. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, I'm just speaking the truth, man. I'm sure there are loads of people feeling the same way. Now, you actually, the first time I saw a video of yours, you were hosting a video or having a competition, where people or your subscribers had to guess when you bought your first metal detector. Am I right there?
Yeah, that was for my 200 subs competition.
So I'm actually way late. Late. I'm not gonna cut that. That's gonna go into the video. Right.
That was just kind of fun.
2 years went by before I discovered you. So I'm really excited about that. And I entered that competition and I didn't win. But I also can't remember the date at which you bought your machine. When was that?
It was September, no, I can't remember. September 29th of 2011.
Actually, maybe I can put a video clip in, if I can get the editing right, displaying you revealing the date, if you don't mind. Right, so you just started in 2011 detecting. That's 3 years ago. So you're actually a veteran when you look at metal detecting. What was your favorite find up to date?
That's hard. That's one of those questions that's hard for me to answer because I like everything so much, even some of the garbage. You know, my whole garage is filled with garbage that I've got laying out there because I keep the garbage too. But I'd have to say, I think one of my, if I had to pick one just off the top of my head, I think one of my favorite finds of all time is a World's Fair token that I got. It's from the St. Louis Fair, World's Fair in 1904, and it's a Louisiana Exposition token, and it's got the Louisiana Exposition was at the World's Fair, and it was in celebration of the Louisiana Purchase that was made here in America. Well,
actually, I'm going to have to go do my homework because I'm not familiar with the purchase of any Louisiana. But I would say your user profile pic is a medallion type thing that looks like a burning sun, a brass thing. What is that?
That's actually a recent find. I found that at the end of 2013. I found that at a yard that my buddy G-Man, who's probably seen in some of my videos, it was a permission he got for us. It was a house built in 1906, and we dug the yard several times. It keeps giving up all kinds of goodies. But that medallion I got in December, and it's actually the Sphinx from Egypt, and it's surrounded by pyramids and clamshells and other sphinxes, and I have no idea what it is. It's about that big. It's pretty big, and I really have no idea what it is or what it came from, but I think it's pretty cool. It looks like it's pretty old. It's probably from the early 1900s, I would imagine.
It's a really good looking relic. I'm going to insert a photo if I can get it right for the guys that want to see it. When you look at everything that you found so far, what is the one thing, the most spectacular thing, even if it's outrageous, that you would like to find?
To me, and I think this is for a lot of people in America, I can't speak for everybody, but I think one of the number one things that I would like to find, and a lot of Americans would like to find too, is the elusive Morgan silver dollar. I'd like to find a more silver dollar. It's kind of one of the top finds you could find here in America.
Also, I'm going to put a picture in there, just
Okay.
so that everybody can see what a Morgan silver. Is it a half dollar?
Whole dollar.
Whole dollar.
Yeah, and actually that's what I gave away for the 200 subs contest, was a Morgan silver dollar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought that one. I didn't find that.
What is it made of? Silver. What type of metal?
It's 90% silver, 90% silver, and like 7 or 10% copper, I think.
All our, I'm speaking of on behalf of all detectorists. When you wave a piece of silver or even gold in front of our noses, we go ballistic. So silver is fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, Tulsa, are you employed? And if you are, what do you do?
I am employed. I work. I do chemical lawn care. And basically what that is spraying yards for weeds and fertilizing them and that sort of thing. I work for a company called CAPTIONS.
Will they pay you royalties for the advertisement that you've just did?
Yeah, a plug there. I'm a company man.
No, that's good, man. Fucking. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Mom, I'm sorry. Right. Now, I've got 5 quick questions which I would like you to answer as short as possible.
Okay.
First of all, do you own a gun?
Yes, several.
Oh, that's good. Well, from my point of view. Hey, America was founded on a gunshot, not legislation. Boston Legal. I watched that show. Yeah. Right, question 2. Do you own a car or a vehicle?
I've got a little truck, a 2004 Ford Ranger, and I love it. I've had it for probably since 2007 or 2008, I believe I've had that truck.
Man, I'm a big fan of trucks, even though I'm driving a plastic truck. Well, let's leave it at that. Also, I must admit, I find you really attractive, but I must ask you this. Do you have a significant other?
No, I don't. I have no girlfriend. Unfortunately, I don't. But I say that, and then also at the same time, if I had a girlfriend, I probably wouldn't have as much time to metal detect. So it's kind of it works both ways.
I agree. I agree. So the choice that you need to make is something. Is there something in the background? Who are you looking at, man?
I had roommates making lewd comments about me.
Where's that girlfriend you showed me earlier, man? That one with the long tongue.
Oh, she's gone right now, but there's Beans.
Oh yeah, Beans is featured in one of your videos actually. I love Beans.
Something of a celebrity. That's my other roommate there, Hannah.
Hey Hannah.
Hello.
All the way from South Africa. Do you want me to show you a lion?
Yes.
I don't have a picture of one handy. I can show you a Jack Russell though.
Smaller than our dog.
Sorry about that. Right, question number 4. How many metal detectors do you own?
I only have one. I have a white M6, but I'm in the process of saving up for my next detector. I'll have probably, hopefully in a couple months, the Garrett 18 Pro and get one of those as well.
Yeah, that's a favorite amongst Americans. I've seen, I would say 99% of the metal detectorists videos on YouTube that I've seen. That includes Bo Oimet and Nugget Noggin, which is probably the two biggest. They both use the Garrett 80 Pro and the Garrett 80 Gold.
Yeah, there's Bill Ladd too. Bill Ladd's got he usually uses that as well.
Then question number 5. What have you got in your wallet? Have you got any cash in your wallet, and how much?
I have got absolutely nothing in my wallet except for a receipt and my service technician's card for work.
That's just unacceptable.
That's usually the state of my wallet.
I think you speak for the majority of us. Right, now, just to close off, before I close off end this video, sorry about that, would you be able to show us what the weather is like there at your house at the moment?
Absolutely. It's not what I like to have for metal detecting. In fact, I hate cold weather, but that's what we've got right now, so that's what I'm dealing with. But we've got about 17, 18 degrees and a little bit of snow coming down right now. A little bit of snow on the ground.
I could actually see a flake falling there. Oh, yeah, I can see.
Yeah, it's coming down a little bit, so yeah. I hate cold weather.
You guys are really spoiled with snow. Over here in South Africa, that's like seeing the Loch Ness monster of, I think it's Scotland or Ireland. Or over there, you bunch of, what's the word I was looking for? Paranoid fools. The Bigfoot's a big one. UFOs, they all come from the US, man.
I live in Oklahoma is actually, from what I hear, the Bigfoot sighting capital of the world. But that's just Bigfoot. I know that you've got Yeti and Sasquatch and all. I don't really know the difference. But
I would say if you go to any Walmart, you'll see plenty of Bigfoots.
Oh yeah, there's a Walmart real close by, and it's full of lummoxes and Sasquatches. And
Right, let's close off the video. If you can give advice to new metal detectorists starting out for the first time, but they got the idea of metal detecting from watching videos like yours, what advice would you give them in terms of metal detector and areas they need to detect?
I think if I would have known this when I first started, and don't get me wrong, I love my metal detector that I've got now, and I'll always keep it because it's found me great stuff. But I think a great metal detector that's real affordable to start out with is the Garrett Ace 250. It's one of the cheaper models. You're going to spend about I think 250 to 300 US dollars on the Garrett Ace 250. It's an excellent machine. It's tried and true. I think that's a great machine to start with. So, I mean, you could use that machine for your whole life. You know, Bob's digging it. He uses aces, and I mean, obviously, we've all seen the kind of stuff he finds. I would, for most people, if you've got a park available to you that's open for metal detecting, it's a hard place to search for stuff, but it's a good place to start out with because you're going to dig a lot of trash and a lot of clad coins, so it gives you a chance to learn all the signals and learn your machine.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Recently, I've done my first bark hunt, and I was, what's the word? Inundated? What's the word? Overwhelmed with the amounts of bullshit in the ground.
It's ridiculous. It's insane. And I hunted parks almost exclusively for like the first 6 months on metal detected, and that was before I was filming. And I don't do it a whole lot anymore, but it's a good place to start. It's a good place.
No, I agree.
You find jewelry in parks because people are going to parks all the time.
Yeah. 1 second, man. Okay, recording on. Right, so the Garrett Ace 250 detector as a starting machine, which I agree with totally. I started with the Garrett Ace 150, It's a machine that's not available all over the world. I think it doesn't have any manual settings with regards to discrimination or ground balancing. It doesn't have a LCD display which displays the frequencies, and thirdly, it doesn't have the pinpointing function. But the Garris,
kind of just a point and shoot type machine.
exactly. It's like the analog machines that I've seen on YouTube, which uses the dials. You don't look at the screen at all. I'm actually at the moment spoiled using my MindLab Xterra 705, which has got the display telling me if I'm wearing the correct pants, if my breath smells, and did I have enough to drink last night. So yeah, it's a fantastic machine. Also, you said you would advise them to focus on their local parks for, I would say, learning the machine and learning metal detecting as a hobby, because as I'm sure you'll agree, what is that thing in your face?
Sorry.
Oh, I thought your zipper was unzipped. Calm down, man. We need to keep this professional. Now, as I was saying, I started my metal detecting thinking I would buy a machine, I would switch it on, grab a shovel, and as I go, relics and silver and gold will just pop out of the ground. Give them a lowdown of your experience. What would you say? Don't expect what and what to look out for. I would say, in my opinion, patience is the key.
I agree 100%. That's also goes along for people just getting started out. I think a lot of people get into it thinking like what you said, is they're going to find a box full of gold instantly. And you've got to be willing to have patience, because you're going to dig tons and tons and tons of garbage. For every 1,000 pieces of garbage you dig, you're going to find one thing that's mildly interesting. So you've got to persevere. Basically, you just gotta, because the longer you stick with it, the better you'll learn your machine, and eventually those good finds will start coming.
Close your zipper. I agree with you.
Excited about metal detecting.
Yeah, I see you. The excitement is swinging in front of your face, man. Okay, perfect, man. To close off this conversation, man, YouTube. What advice would you give guys in terms of getting their videos up? What would you like to see as a YouTube user or a viewer, not a guy with a channel? What would you, as a detectorist and a viewer, what would you like to see out there?
I think first of all, if you want to get people interested in your channel, don't do what I did for most of my YouTube history, which was have a backlog of old videos. People want to see new current digs. They want to see what you're doing right then and there. So try to keep it current. And also, I think one of the main things that everybody loves to see is a good live dig. And everybody knows the curse of the live dig. Every time you do one, you're not going to find anything. But I think it's interesting. I think it's good TV, so to speak, and I think people find that interesting. So those are two things that I think you could focus on that'll get you more views and get people to watch your entire video.
I agree. Recently, that you've started to incorporate live digs into your videos, and the time that you spend digging, you've fast forwarded it, and the Mickey Mouse type noises that comes from there entertained me almost as much as the find. So yeah, I'm going to give you a thumbs up on your attempts there. Tulsa, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you going through the trouble because there's an 8 to 9 hour difference between us. Staying up late, or actually in this case, I'm up late and you're up early to give me this footage. Is there anything you would like to say to your viewers?
Hey, I would just like to say that the whole YouTube community, thank you to everybody out there. I mean, it's an awesome community. Everybody that's involved with it knows that. It's a giving, friendly community, and I've made a lot of friends, including you, David, and I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity to have this interview. It was a blast, and hey, I love your channel too, man. You're exciting, you're funny, you find cool stuff too, and I think we're going to see your channel getting more and more popular.
Patting myself on the back. You know, oh man, I'm awesome. No, I'm not.
Right.
Thank you very much, man, and I hope to see plenty more of your videos. Guys, this is TulsaPllTbFndr. You'll find a link of his to his channel in the description below, and thank you for watching. Cheers, man.